Welcome to my channel, Classy Coins. On this channel, we will be talking all about budgeting, saving, and investing eventually. But today, we're still budgeting and paying off debt, and we're becoming smarter about our funds and the things that we do with our money so that we can be reaping what we sow in another 3 to 5 years. I'm going to start by doing our January paycheck. So for January, we did actually get paid more than typical. We've had an increase in income, in which we are super grateful for. If you watch the last video, then you'll see that. So I won't say that this is every single time, but these first 2 checks of the month, y'all, we was looking real cute. Real cute. We got paid on the 31st of last month, but it doesn't hit our account till the beginning of the next month, if that makes sense. So 31st, we didn't get it until like the 3rd, especially because of the holiday. So with this budgeting video in particular, I am doing checks number 1 and 2. So I'm going to start off by putting our income that we receive for the month, and it is combined, me and my husband. I think I'll give you a background. So it's me and my husband, my 2 kids, and we do also live with my mom. So there is a split in the rent. So you guys will see how much we pay for that. But our total income for this month was $4,491, y'all. That's so cute. That's real cute because, and that, no, not even for the month. Our total for this check was $4,000. So feeling real blessed. 45, well, let's say 45. I like to round. Feeling real blessed, right? So I'm gonna do the bills, which, yeah, like I said, I usually like to do them on a weekly basis, but for this one, I'm gonna do it. All right, so first, on the first of the month, we have rent and utilities. I just combine mine. It's just easier that way when, as we're splitting the rent up. And my mom does help me. I'm be very transparent with y'all on this channel. I'm not keeping no secrets. My mom does help us with daycare, but we go half and half on daycare. And since we have 2 kids, y'all know it's expensive. But your girl ended up going back to work so that we could afford such things. And I'm trying to keep it in order as much as possible, but I forgot that we do have our phone bill. So there's daycare on the first week. So this Friday, which is, yeah, Friday. And I'm going to put all the totals over here instead. So this one was $1,746. This one, the daycare is $250. And that we go half. So it's really $500 a week, basically. But I meant to add the first is Cricket, which is our phone bill. And that one is $63. And then on the 7th is my husband's dental insurance, which is just $34. And I am based out of Atlanta, so I hope that these prices are interesting to you, because I always like watching budgeting videos and kind of seeing, like, especially when people, everybody has different bills and things to pay, but rent varies everywhere. We know that we're in a time of inflation though, so you know, I think it's interesting to see what everybody else is paying too. Like, we're not the only one that's out here just trying to live our best life, but also pay our bills. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not in any order as it should be, but in the next video, I'll make sure that that's the case. So this is Capital One. I paid this. This is this credit card, but I did, you'll see moving forward, I'm paying that off. That's my last balance for it. And then he does have LA Fitness. So LA Fitness is $35, not too bad. And then up on the 13th, which is the next Friday, is daycare again. So it is we pay on a weekly basis, and we'll be contributing $250 to that shared amount. And then on the 7th, I'll be getting my hair done, and my hair is costly, so that's $200. Then we just started contributing to Acorn. which is $30. And that's like bi-weekly, so it's $15 each week that we are basically putting into an account for our children to invest in our personal account as well. So we're just doing a minimum just to have something. And then these are all of my basically fixed expenses. So when I calculate all of that, 1746. All right, so the total for that one is definitely $2,804. Then we move on to the variable expenses. So I'll go down here and write variable. Now for this, for the variable, we every 2 weeks, we'll see, y'all. We'll see. I'm not gonna lie, this does not go perfectly every single time, but we're trying to do better this year. So we do food. We're for 2 weeks, we're trying to aim at spending $300. We will see how that goes. That's also including eating out, so $150 for each week. And then gas, we don't necessarily need all of this money for gas, but we're just in case, because sometimes we have hit that amount. And then we like to have a buffer for anything that happens just in case, so we don't have to dip into our emergency fund. So after I calculate this, the total for this one for variable is that's $520. So the total for variable is $520. We'll just do $520. And then up next is the sinking fund. So this is new. This is where I want to start putting like my envelope. So I'm gonna put sinking fund / envelopes. We're gonna be doing I want to have a sinking fund for car maintenance this year, because y'all know tags come up real quick, oil changes come up really fast, things just happen. So I want to start putting money to the side for that, so we don't have to take it out of our variable expenses or our emergency fund. Like I said, I'm really trying not to touch that, so we can have our emergency fund for when we move, because we'll be moving this year. So we also gonna put some to the side for gifts, $20, and like I said, I want to put these in envelopes, and also dates. So this might be a lot, but really not technically, because it's $100, so we take $50 from each check. And we just decided that this year we need to be more intentional about spending time together and going out, because last year we did not do much of that. The total for the sinking funds is 40 plus 20 plus 100. So that's $160, which isn't really terrible. I mean, it could go to debt, but you still gotta live life. Like, I feel like you can either be super extreme, which is kind of what we were last year, where we're just kind of living check to check and just like, look, the most we can do is go out to eat. Eventually my goal is to have a vacation fund. I want to have a vacation fund, donation fund, save up for furnishing our apartment or house, wherever we end up in the next year or two, and just switching things around. But for right now, these are the cute funds that we do have. So if we add the total for all of these, then that will be, let me put total so y'all know. So the total will be 2804 plus 520 plus 160 So that's 34.84. 34.84. And then I have to get my leftover amount, right? So the leftover amount will be us subtracting the income from this number. So we will do, what's up, right? Leftover amount. So that will be 4,491 minus 3,484, and that will leave us with $1,007, which I think is really good. That's really good. So honestly, this will be the amount that we would actually put towards his credit card. That's actually for the next bill. That credit card comes up on the 15th, and these bills are for the 1st through the 14th. So I meant to mention that. So I would probably just go ahead and apply this amount to his credit card, which the balance, if you didn't get to watch my last debt confession video, you should, but the balance for that one is around $5,960. So we can put this amount towards that, y'all. We can beat it as quickly as possible. Like I said, we were really grateful for this check to be a little bit higher than typical, and now that we have 2 incomes, so we at first were working off of 1 income, then I decided to go to work, and that has helped us tremendously, but it has included the cost of daycare. So that's kind of our next step, is figuring out what we're gonna do so that my mother does not have to continue helping us to pay daycare. So just follow on the journey, because there's always some good things and life happens, and this looks really cute. But I'm also going to be tracking my expenses. I do that in every dollar, so you'll kind of see what it is that we spent for this month. We'll try to stay on track as much as possible, but whenever I get this number, I just try to go ahead, and I do have 2 accounts. So I try to go ahead and get these out the way. Even if they're auto pay, I just go in and pay them before they even can come out. Except for Apple and LA Fitness. But for the most part, I'm just going in to pay and take these out. So this is the amount that I will put towards the credit card, and this is the amount that I'll make sure we have for the next 2 weeks for food and gas. And then these I'll put in envelopes. But I am thinking about putting this food in envelopes so that we're not just swiping, because I don't know if this is really enough for us to eat out and have groceries, because I'm not much of a chef. But anyway, this is January paycheck number 1 and 2. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.